Okay, welcome to life coaching classes and videos by Universal Recovery 360. I am Pernell Basin, life coach. Of course, Universal Recovery 360. You you see the logos. So, we've been working on this series called Spirituality, and we're up to part 3. And so, part 1 was more about mind and body versus spirit and how the three create the Trinity. Part 2 was about Jesus Christ and how the G might be us. Some say G is us or Jesus. Different ways of how, we connect directly to Him. If you have part of them in you, there's millions of ways to prove it. Every first Sunday, if you go to church, you get communion, which is the blood in the body, and you kind of take it in. It's an expression, but it's a truism. So part 3 is going to be on why truth is so important to spirituality. In regular truth, you have mental and physical truths, right? There's only one truth. Let me clarify that before I put it in different ways, because it's all universal, which is why I use the term universal. But before I can do that, I have to break it back down so you can understand how they connect. Right, so you can have like a mental truth or physical truth, and it is indisputable to the flesh or to the theory that you're discussing. And then you can have a spiritual truth, right? But there is no opposite to spiritual truth. It's not like spiritual hate or anything like that. Truth is sovereign, right? In the spiritual world, truth is universally free. So, when you say, let's talk about laws, right? You have different versions of laws. Like you have universal laws, right? Then you have like natural laws, like the laws of nature. Like certain things, if certain things happen, they will result in certain things. So you have natural law, and then you have common law, if that's the series. But in any event, if there's another law in between them, it always starts with universal, and by the time it gets to common laws, now you're talking about laws of the people that are based on universal principles like love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Like do unto others if you have others do unto you. It's like common laws. So when things go wrong in the common world, right, you answer the common laws, right? When things go wrong in the spiritual world, right, you have grace. But you also have to be, right, intentionally trying to move forward. Okay, so in the common laws, or just above common laws, you have these things called maxims, right? So maxims of law, right? There are 10 that most people legitimately use in the real world, right? And they're all based or founded in truth. Like one of the actual maxims of law is truth is sovereign, right? Another one of the actual maxims of law is he who leaves the battlefield first is lost. In other words, if you're in like a dispute about something and person says something and you give up, you lose, right? Or if they say something and you have the opportunity to come back another time and you don't, you lose, right? And then they have this thing called tacit agreement. What that means is you can literally agree to something by not saying anything, right? It's almost like when you get one of those letters in the mail or bill that says you have 30 days to pay this bill, or such and such and such and such is going to happen, right? So you don't pay the bill in 30 days, right? It's like saying, okay, I agree to what's about to happen, right? So it's called a tacit agreement.